yours gaming. I mean, one-up gaming. So, do you realize, Bertram, that we have been streaming now for over a year?
Oh, wow.
Yes, how things have changed this last year. Well, you died and were resurrected a la Jesus Christ, or as I like to call him, the Zaz. I married and divorced a woman who literally had sex with everything. Men, women, buildings. True story. She is the first woman in human history to actually bring the Eiffel Tower to orgasm.
Oh, my.
Yes, and I have become steadily more and more intolerant, and incontinent, and impotent. So, in a nutshell, a lot has happened this last year. Now, speaking of my ex-wife, did I tell you, Bertram, that my ex-wife actually worked on the original Night of the Living Dead softcore pornography parody, Night of the Living Bed, about a bed that would come to life and eat people foolish enough to make love on it. Interesting, no? What are you doing, Bertram?
I'm looking for the movie online.
Well, you can do that later. It's bollocks anyway. Do you know what else is bollocks, Bertram? Something has just come to mind and I simply must tell you about it. There is something very misleading about RPG titles. Dragon Quest, for instance, has absolutely nothing to do with a dragon. And Final Fantasy, well, how can it be the final one if you keep bloody making them? Let's see, The Last Story? Well, it most certainly was not The Last Story. Lost Odyssey? Well, it's not bloody lost. I have played it many times. I'd say it's more Found Odyssey than Lost Odyssey. I could go on. And I shall. Now, The Witcher, well, there's more than one Witcher, so it should be called The Witchers. Alpha Protocol. You know, I actually liked that game. I want a remaster of that game. No, I demand it. Come on, Sega. Stop fondling Sonic's rings and give me a remaster of Alpha Protocol. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, let me tell you a story, dear viewer. Back in 1997, when I was younger than I am now, and my penis was just starting to grow, I asked my father to buy for me Final Fantasy VII, which had just been released. I excitedly awaited his return, chasing my sibling around our home with a knife while wearing a Jason Voorhees mask to pass the time.
Oh, I remember their funeral. Was a tacky affair.
'Twas that. So, my father returns with the PlayStation game under his arm. I grab it from him, as was customary in those days, and scream in horror as I behold not Final Fantasy VII, the game I had dreamed of owning, but Skull Monkeys. That's right, fucking Skull Monkeys.
Is that a real game?
Oh, it's much worse than that, Bertram. It's a nightmare.
So what did you do?
Well, I did what any spoiled child would do. I beat him over the head with the game until blood came out of his ears. And then I took said game and traded it in at my local gaming boutique for a copy of Final Fantasy VII. I never knew what an orgasm was until I took that game home and gently inserted it into my PlayStation. 'Twas then that I realized I had also asked my father to purchase a PlayStation. And he fucking forgot.
Oh! So, what did you insert the disc into?
You know, Bertram, the cat never forgave me. But it's not all doom and gloom. Once my father recovered, he went and purchased that PlayStation, and I played Final Fantasy VII. The rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, what a lovely story.
Isn't it though? You know, Bertram, I procured this game for free. And I definitely did not shoplift it from my local game. Nope, absolutely not. You know, I haven't seen value for money like that since I got 75% off at my local massage establishment.
Isn't that a brothel?
Yes, Bertram, it is. Why don't you say it a little louder? I don't think my wife quite heard you.
Isn't that a brothel?
I was being sarcastic, you crumbly biscuit.
Oh! So tell me, how did you get 75% off?
Well, my lady of choice had recently been in an unfortunate helicopter accident and was now simply a head on a stick.
Oh!
She had a mouth on her, I can tell you. Ha ha ha.
And not much else, it would seem. Doesn't your wife disagree with this little hobby of yours?
Well, she doesn't know. My first wife found out, so I did the natural thing and plotted to murder her.
And did you succeed? In killing her, I mean?
Sadly, not. The stupid woman managed to flush herself down the toilet before I got the chance to put my plan into action.
How? How does one flush themselves down the toilet?
Well, it's more common than you might think, Bertram. Though usually just with small people. I heard Peter Dinklage had a close call while taking a toilet break on the set of Game of Thrones. Why aren't you laughing, Bertram? What are you doing?
I thought I saw a raisin on the ground, so I ate it.
And?
It was actually one of Bertie's poo-poos.
Remind me again. Who is Bertie?
My mouse.
I hope that's not a euphemism.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's a... You know what? Never mind. Oh yes, Bertie, that thing you keep in your pockets.
That thing is called Bertie. It's like Bertram, but it's not.
Thank you for educating me on that, Bertram. Could you and your mouse please pay attention? How are you supposed to laugh at my jokes if you keep getting distracted with raisins?
It was a poo-poo. At least I think it was.
You leave the thinking to me, Bertram. I'm the brains in this operation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just off to stick my fingers in a wall socket. I've run out of coffee, and I need a little boost. Ow! That hurts. Ow! That hurts. Ow! That hurts.
You heard him, dear viewer. He's the brains of the operation.
Shut up, Bertram, and telephone me an ambulance. I appear to have electrocuted myself.
What about the stream?
Oh yes, well, let's finish the stream first. Bertram, put that gun down.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I've never held a gun myself. Well, not recently, though I was once quite the regular of what the Americans call gay bars. Now, of course, that's a different gun entirely, though just as lethal, as Freddie Mercury will attest. So, back to the stream.
Don't you have a driving lesson today? You know, to get your license back?
Ah, well remembered, Bertram.
Why did you lose your license in the first place?
Well, I'm not to be trusted on the road, Bertram. Reason number one why I no longer have a driving license. I once confused the steering wheel with my penis. I made a terrible mess and the shopping centre needed no windows. And staff. Reason number two why I no longer have a driving license. When I see a helpless old man or woman crossing the road, I have the uncontrollable urge to shout abuse at them and or run them over. Yes. Reason number three why I no longer have a driving license. I took my first car for a test drive in the local park. I didn't realize there was anyone there. It was bloody 5 in the morning. But upon checking my tires when I got home, I found what was left of the postman and several dog walkers. Luckily, I had some spare tires, so crisis averted. Ha ha! Reason number three why I no longer have a driving license.
Reason number 4, I think.
Ah, well spotted, Bertram. Reason number 4. I ran through a red light once. If only I'd remembered to bring the car. And my clothes.
When was that?
Oh. Let's see. 2007, I believe. Oh, yes, now I remember. I was on my way to pick up Heavenly Swords.
Oh, I like that game.
Do you know, Bertram, that women have told me in the past that I have a Heavenly Sword? Haha, if you know what I mean. I say Heavenly Sword, but it's more Heavenly Dagger. No, Heavenly Penknife.
Heavenly Needle?
No, Bertram. You're not allowed to make fun of my penis. Only I'm allowed to make fun of my penis.
Sorry.
'Twas an amusing joke, though. How rude of me. I haven't even properly introduced myself yet. Well, dear viewer, my name is Professor Reuben Crowley, but you will know me as OCG, the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer. Now, some people would describe me as a disgrace of a human being, and I'm inclined to agree with them. Yes, I am. In my youth, I was what you might call a paranormal investigator. When my darling wife Sarah died, my quest to discover life after death became somewhat of an obsession. But alas, she had been sick for a very long time. Constipation, you see. Consumption. I remember first meeting Sarah like it was 22 years ago. She couldn't resist me. After all, how could any woman resist this tall, dark, handsome, paranormal investigating love machine? Yes. Shall I continue? I think I became interested in the realm of paranormal investigation not to find proof of life after death, but simply to find my Sarah and tell her again that I liked her a lot. I know tragedy all too well. It's like an ugly cousin to me. All of my life I have known nothing but rejection and despair. You see, it started when I was very young and my parents died. They taught me everything I know. Son, my father would say, there are only two things in this life you must remember. Keep away from priests and liquor. Now, the night that they met their end was on their 124th wedding anniversary. Daddy, my father, took mother to dinner. But alas, when they were walking home, they crossed a busy road and were stabbed to death by an alcoholic priest. Over the years, I have been everything. From a serial killer to a detective, a Satanist to a vegan, a bastard to a cannibal. To fill the time, I started gaming and masturbating. Gaming while masturbating. A lot of repetitive strain injury, as you can imagine. So now I am OCG, the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, Streamer, YouTuber. I've become rather obsessed with not only gaming, but taking over Twitch itself, and then I will rule the entire world. That's my, evil laugh, in case it wasn't obvious. Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a 3-minute intermission, during which I may or may not be using the toilet. In my absence, my manservant Bertrum here will entertain you. May God have mercy on your souls. Ugh.
There once was a chap called Bertrum. His friends, they did desert him. But then he met Sir OCG. He's been very bad to me. He hit me once with his car. He strangled me. It was bizarre. Despite that, though, I still survived. That's not how Bertram finally died. Late one night I heard a ghost. I ignored it and craved some toast. Went down the stairs to make my snack, when suddenly, panic attack! I fell, it must be 20 flights. My body crashed with all its might into a fuse box. What a jolt! Got fried on 50,000 volts. There once was a chap called Bertram. A witch doctor did revive him. And now I work for OCG, lie on this couch eternally. I watch him make his little streams. He just makes fun of everything. All the while I plot his end. I swear one day I'll have revenge.
What are you doing? What was that?
You see I shit my pants.
Well, clean it up. We don't want ads.
I'm still a corpse, so I can't.
So I said to him, "Look here, Governor. I in absolutely no way wish to have sex with your wife. For two reasons, actually. Number one, she's not incredibly attractive. Number two, the woman is a bloody zombie. Now, personally, sir, I don't know about you, but I prefer my women to have a little more meat on their bones." And do you know what he said to me then, Bertram? "Just wait till you get a bloody load of this." He said...
This game looks like a cartoon.
I must confess that I have fallen out of favour with cartoons as of late. They've become rather tame for my tastes. I will now only watch cartoons if they have graphic violence, cross-dressing, nudity, and or animal cruelty. So pretty much anything featuring the Looney Tunes. Yes, I was aroused by cartoon characters long before I was ever aroused by human beings. I only have to say the words Jessica Rabbit or Donald Duck to send myself into some kind of sexual frenzy. Though, I do not recommend making love to pictures. That's the perfect way to give yourself a paper cut somewhere you really do not want a paper cut. And oh, by the way, Bertram, remind me that we have 2 reviews to do today.
Oh, wow!
I know what you're thinking. 2 reviews in the same day? I know, Bertram. I am usually fortunate if I can remember to use the bathroom twice a day. Oh, that reminds me. Better change my underpants. I'll do it after this part.
Are you not going to read out the comments?
Read the comments, indeed. You know, Bertram, I remember a time when reading simply meant looking at the pictures and making up your own story. Granted, there isn't much story in an issue of Playboy, but still...
Speaking of reading, I'm glad this game has subtitles.
Bertram, subtitles are for people who are deaf and or stupid.
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What did you say? Just a little joke there. Sit still, Bertram. You're making me nervous.
Oh, sorry.
I have been known to bust a move myself. That's right, Bertram.
When?
Well, you see, I had a very brief stint where I busted this drug dealer called a move. So, I bust a move.
Oh.
You didn't think I was talking about dancing, did you? Oh, good Lord, no. I don't dance. I leave that to commoners and relatives who drink too much at funerals. I tell you, Bertram, that Lady Demetress is quite the catch. In fact, if she were a fish, you would need an incredibly large net. Yes. That woman is so tall, I think she could tickle King Kong's ballsack. Ha ha. And another... Shit. Please note that Stephen Hawking was not harmed in the making of this live stream. But that's because he's dead. A bold statement, you might be thinking, But so is stating that my wife has more hair on her bottom lip than I do. It doesn't make either statement any less true.
I'm getting peckish. Do you think that shop on the corner will have any Twinkies? I had one of them in Florida once, and I suddenly have a craving.
This is Britain, Bertram. We have everything here. I mean, for God's sake, I once saw a shop selling imported boxes of Cocoa Pops. A product that we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops. And then had the gall, had the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for. Bloody Cocoa Pops for the same price I could buy condoms. Extra large condoms. Extra large condoms. And while I'm ranting, I was on the PlayStation Store last night, and do you know there is a game for sale there where you play as a slice of bread? A bloody slice of bread. Not even a sandwich. A piece of bloody flipping bread.
What is it called?
I am bread.
Oh, catchy.
It most certainly is not catchy. Oh, that reminds me. Did I tell you that I once saw a shop selling imported boxes of Cocoa Pops? A product we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops, and then had the gall, the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for.
Yes, you did tell me. Less than 2 minutes ago, in fact.
Ah, well that's okay then. Now remind me when we're done with this stream to blowtorch my underpants.
Okay. Can I ask why?
No, you may not. Well, if you must know, the dryer has broken down.
Oh, I see. So, how is this game that you're playing?
Well, it's about as much fun as tucking your sausage between your legs and talking like a girl.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you, Bertram.
Do I get a prize?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Now get back in your cage. No, actually, hold that thought. Let me kill this imbecile first.
You rang?
I did not ring, Bertram.
Oh, I thought you were calling for me. You said imbecile, and that's what you usually shout at me when you want something.
Yes, that I do, but not this time. Back in your cage, imbecile.
You rang?
No, go away. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. You know, Bertram, I was abducted by aliens once. Yes, quite a few years ago now. And let me just say that the anal probing that everyone seems to have a problem with, it really wasn't that bad. And I'll tell you another thing. Oh, bugger me with a monument. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to my little video. You have no idea how humbled I truly feel to have you here with me. One of my loyal fans, well, not yet, that is. Not until you hit that bloody like, subscribe, bell button thingy. Go on, do it. Yes, I'll wait. Hit the button. That's right, yes, at the bottom of the screen you see the little icon that looks like yours truly. Just click upon that, and you'll be subscribed to my madness. Then you can stay up to date with all my latest videos, because after all, dear viewer, I do happen to put content out on a pretty regular basis. I think I put out more content in a day than I use the bathroom. So yes, well done you again for watching my video. You are very welcome. Now back to the review.
I, topped up your drink for you.
Ah, thank you, Bertrum. You are useful after all.
Oh, that's the second time you've said that this week.
When was the first?
The other night when you told me to come into your bed and touch your...
Thank you, Bertram. I think that will be all. Go and play with, Mystic Meg.
Who?
Never mind. So, back to the game. Get out of the way, you idiot. What are you doing?
Oh, I remember. She was that old woman who predicted the lottery numbers.
Well done, Bertram.
I had quite a crush on her.
I take back my well done. Shut up, Bertram, and never speak again. And now a message from our sponsor. Yours truly, me. Ladies and gentlemen's toilets, thank you very much for watching my stream. 'Tis fabulous, isn't it? And aren't I the most handsome man you have ever seen? I beg your pardon. Well, that's just rude. Are you hearing this, Bertram? Bertram! Wake up, Bertram! Ugh. Good help is so hard to find these days. You know, I think Bertram was a village idiot in a past life. Regardless, thank you very much for watching the stream. Feel free to continue to watch the stream and laugh at my jokes. All of my jokes. They're very amusing.
OCG?
Yes, Bertram?
Why are you dressed like that?
Well, Bertram, I thought that since we're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today, I thought that I would dress myself like a teenager. Why? Do you not approve of my attire?
You look like someone's very uncool uncle.
Shut up, Bertram! Anyway, did I tell you about the story of the turtle and the hare, Bertram?
I don't think so.
Well, you see, the turtle, my dear manservant, turned out to be a serial killer. So he cut up the hare, put parts of his body in the microwave, and cooked him. Isn't that a lovely story, Bertram?
Not really. So how difficult is this game?
Ha! I've been more intimidated going to the toilet.
The toilet? What's so intimidating about going to the toilet?
Well, Bertram, now I've never told you this, but a midget armed with garden shears hides in the shower.
Oh, I see. What are you doing?
Well, isn't it obvious, Bertram? Can't you see that I have clearly died, and I'm waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and take my soul to heaven?
Really?
No, not really, Bertram. We're still waiting for this bloody lighting technician to get here. When did you say he should arrive? He was supposed to be here 6 hours ago.
Lighting technician?
Yes, you know the one you were supposed to call today.
Today?
You did call the lighting technician, didn't you, Bertram?
Of course. Just give me 1 minute.
Bertram? Bertram! Where are you going? Get back. I bet he didn't call the light technician. I bet that's exactly what's going on here. Why am I talking to myself? You know, I must say, this game is putting me in the mood to watch The Lion King.
You watch too many Disney films, sir.
How dare you, Bertram? There is no such thing as too much Disney.
Don't you have a Beauty and the Beast, do they?
Yes.
And, you have a Little Mermaid alarm clock?
Yes.
And, don't you masturbate to Disney erotica?
4 times a day, yes. What's your point?
Nothing.
So, Bertram, you previously asked me in our last session, how does one spot a zombie? So, I've done a little bit of research, just for your benefit, Bertram, and I have here 3 ways that you can conclusively identify if someone is a zombie or not. Number 1, they will have a bad use of the English language. Now please, Bertram, do not confuse a zombie with a drunk Scottish person. I mean, I can see how it could be confusing, but they will often speak, how can I demonstrate? They'll make lots of, noises. Now, would you like me to repeat that, Bertram? They'll make lots of, noises, often combined with this gesture, or perhaps this gesture, or this gesture, maybe even this gesture. But the thing that will give away that it's a zombie will be the, Okay, number 2, they will have awful personal hygiene. Yes, no doubt they will smell similar to something like the armpits of a fat Xbox fanboy. Or like that little bit of skin between your genitals and your anus. Yes. Number 3, they will have a penchant for brains. And what that means, Bertram, is they like to eat brains. So you'll be perfectly safe should a zombie apocalypse ever befall us. So, they will make noises like, they will have bad hygiene, and they like eating brains. So, I hope you took that all in, Bertram, because there'll be a test next, Bertram, fetch me a monkey.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Have you got something better to do?
But it's the middle of the night.
Well, how else do you expect to procure a monkey from the local zoo unless it's during the night? You can't very well steal one during the day. Someone will see you.
You're fucking me.
Well, I didn't think you would notice.
Can I at least finish my sandwich first?
Yes, I suppose.
Fetch me a monkey. How do you come up with these schemes?
Because I am a genius.
A genius? What about that time my arm fell off and you thought that you could simply superglue it back in the socket?
It worked, did it not?
But now I can't move my arm. At all.
Well, at least it'll stop you masturbating. Isn't live streaming fun, Bertram? I haven't had this much fun since I slapped you with a fish.
You've never slapped me with a fish. Ow!
Well, I have now.
You're a very strange man.
Well, thank you, Bertram. It's something I'm very proud of.
I wouldn't be.
What was that?
Nothing. OCG.
Yes?
Do animals have genitals?
Hell made you ask that?
Just making conversation.
Of course animals have genitals. How else would they procreate?
I thought a stork brought the babies to, no?
You're an idiot, Bertram.
Oh, thank you.
You know, Bertram, I consider myself to be something of a psychic.
A psycho?
No, Bertram, not a psycho, a psychic. It means that I can read people's thoughts, predict the future, that kind of thing. So, for example, I know that in exactly 3 seconds I am going to urinate in my underwear. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. And there we are. Psychic, just like I said. And another thing. Oh, shit. So, dear viewer, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Now, this game is great. But if you don't like great games, then might I suggest you play Returnal. There's absolutely no greatness in that game. Or fun. Or even a coherent narrative.
Are we really still bitching about Returnal?
Bitching? Where did you hear that word, Bertram? Have you been watching the television again?
I plead the fifth.
Bertram, we are in the glorious nation of Britain. You can't use that nonsense here. You have no rights. You are not free. You belong to me. Anyway,
do you think the Pope plays video games?
Oh yes. Apparently Call of Duty is his favorite, though I can't think why.
Don't young boys mostly play those games?
Oh yes. Yes they do, Bertram. Moving on. I don't know if I ever told you this, Bertram, my dear manservant, but I once filleted Sonic the Hedgehog.
You cut him up?
Oh, did I say filleted again? My mistake. I meant filleted. Yes. Bertram, do you have the notes for the review we have to record after this? No, never mind. I can see them. Interesting game we are reviewing. It was one of those games where you're able to rename the main character. So naturally, I gave them the greatest name in the world. Reuben Crowley.
But that's your name.
Well done, Bertram. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the stupid scale, you are now officially a 12. I named his best male friend Bertram Butler.
But that's my name.
Correction. Make that a 17 on the stupid scale. Give that man a medal. Actually, don't bother. He can't even spell the word medal.
You're mean.
And you're retarded. Okay, Bertram. Number 4 on the list of all things that Japanese video games must contain. Number 4 is female characters with heaving bosoms. And you might be asking yourself, but why? Why must a Japanese video game feature such characters? And it's quite simple. For longevity of the game. You see, the average game may only take you a couple of hours to finish. But if you throw a couple of female characters into your game, particularly the ones with heaving bosoms, then lonely gamers, such as myself, whenever these characters appear on the screen, will pause the video game to indulge in a little self-love, if you catch my meaning. And that's a good thing for the longevity of the... Oh shit. Did you know, Bertram, that I met Mega Man myself recently? Yes. I mean, the chap's in his 40s now. You know, has a glass eye, walks with a bit of a limp. So I decided to follow him, see where he went. Luckily for me, he visited the local gentleman's toilets. And when he was urinating in that hole-in-the-wall thing, I thought I would just have a little peek, see what Mega Man is packing. Well, as it turns out, Bertram, he's not so much a Mega Man.
Is this a horror game?
Is this a This isn't a horror game per se.
Who the hell is Percy? Is he your boyfriend?
Per se, Bertram. It's a figure of speech.
Oh, that's a relief. At the very least, is this game less scary than the stories you read me at bedtime?
Look, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a bit of 50 Shades of Grey before bed.
Yes, that's fine. But do we really have to reenact all the sex scenes?
Yes, Bertram, we do. Let's, maybe keep that between us in the future, eh?
Okay.
Good man. Here, have a chocolate. Okay. For the last time, Bertram, you are not a monkey. Therefore, you are not allowed to throw poo at me. Okay? And another...
What's the hardest game you've ever played?
Ghosts and Goblins. The original one. In fact, let me tell you a story since you brought it up. When I was just a little nipper, with barely a hair upon my upper lip, my father bought me a copy of the original Ghosts and Goblins for the Mega Drive. And I hated him from that very day. I would say that's the reason he was murdered, but it's definitely one of them. The main reason is that he later bought me a copy of Bubsy 3D for the PlayStation.
Oh, what a sad story.
Indeed. I went to trade in Bubsy 3D at my local gaming establishment, and the chap behind the desk laughed at me. He laughed, Bertram.
Because the game was so appalling?
No, because I'd forgotten to put the disc back in the box.
Oh!
Not you too, Bertram. Why does everyone keep laughing at me?
Maybe because you're an idiot?
What was that?
Nothing.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My little walkthrough for Aladdin on the Super Nintendo as part of the Disney Classic Games Collection. Thing? If you enjoyed this little video of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that bloody like, subscribe, bell button thingy. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Say goodbye, Bertram.
Goodbye, Bertram.
Are you still here? Go away! I'm sure you've got something better to do with your time. No, seriously. Piss off! Be gone! Au revoir! Auf Wiedersehen. Bye. What in the hell is wrong with you? Go away! Vacate this space! Hit the cross at the top of the screen! The video is done! It's over! It's finito! It's caputo!